Greetings and welcome to the Energy of Gemini. This is Ron from Terror of the Twin Sun. Thank you for tuning in to the channel. Terror of the Twin Sun is a functional division within the Order of the Twin Sun. Please take only what you will. So we'll go ahead and look into the third house, okay? This has to do with skillful manipulation of the mind, okay? As well as mastery of a craft. This has to do with siblings, as well as peer systems, short-term sporadic travel, cities, as well as society within the realm of neighborhood. Okay, so we'll look into all of that. The idea here is to take from the axis, okay, of the student and the teacher. Okay, and find here a lesson of karma that may exist between the energy of Gemini and a significant other through a device known as the Great Mirror. The Great Mirror is a 9-card spread designed by the Order in order to see, well, specific karmas that may exist. These are revealed through the Great Mirror's energy, and please take and use your finest discernment to ascertain if this reading is for you. It shall not be for everyone, but I thank you for tuning in. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. There is a realm of ingenuity here, a truth that emerges from past experiences, isolation, as well as meditation, sadhana, the ability to find an arc, okay, a way of coming into a higher realization, singularity, okay, and this is of the mind, the evolution and the triplicity of air here. This will allow you to essentially plug yourself into certain systems that are designed by Saturn, okay, having to do with structures, having to do with commitments within contractual agreements or arrangements that are familial in nature or familiar or are tied to workplace as well as systems or societies, okay? You are becoming privy to all of this, and there's something about you that is making a clear separation from the past, a past that is designed on, yes, that is a past that is designed on that is nonsensical. Essentially, you're essentially creating a way to radiate to such an extent that the past is no longer affecting. This allows you to come into a platform, okay, and become a double jack, double knave, someone who can use the elements of air and fire in order to bring forward platforms that are not fearful. Okay, so there's a lot of system work, systematization. Perhaps there's a requisite here of karma that is based on priority, on being able to know what is best and what is working, okay, for you. Now we shall move straight into the Great Mirror. Right. I am liking this energy. Okay. You seem to be attracting uh, a particular type of person, okay, that is here to learn from you your secrets. Um, Something about you is unraveling or perhaps letting loose, becoming very fair with the way you deal with the situation. Um, this is a very intense connection that is based on the auspices of the eighth house, the high priestess in reverse, okay, and Virgo's energy. Okay. This also can do with sort of conveying very intense or deep modes of transformation through information for other people. And perhaps you are sort of playing the role as an influencer um, for whomever you're dealing with. Okay? So, influence is the key word here, and perhaps this person does not want that, but they are affected by it. When it comes to the deeper form of this connection, this type of connection actually serves as you serve as a type of stepping stone for this person. They look towards your information that is of the occult realm, especially secret forms of information, wisdom that comes through the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, I love this High Priestess card, by the way. My favorite cards of the deck. Actually, the favorite card of the deck. In this particular High Priestess, she is standing in true Virgo form, hands restrained, or perhaps passive in nature. Okay, very long hair, beautiful. Also, the path that moves around the energy of Virgo, as well the energy of Pisces. Okay, now this axis is mutable in nature, so there's something very flexible about the dedicated hands, or the mastery, or perhaps the perception and critical sort of disposition of Virgo energy. Okay, and she is protected by etheric rings, possibly the rings of Saturn. Okay, uh, and she's also very Venusian in nature. What I see here in the reverse is usually the sort of either the critical edge, the sword of Virgo, if Virgo was to have a sword, becomes very sharp. Okay, it becomes very sharp and very intense. The thing is that I think this person is not ready for that type of intensity. There is a type of devotion that you have to the path that has become astray, devotion to a path that is otherwise, that is based on the auspices of Vishaka, which is splitting energy. Okay, splitting energy. And that's in the nexus of Libra and Scorpio. What emerges from this is a force majeure if you were to actually um, either be in this connection already or try to be in it in some sort of way. Um, the connection is strong, and with the force majeure, the devil card, information becomes highest in priority, okay? Because Lucifer deals with information, the devil deals with information, also the high priestess deals with information that cannot be said, and when it comes out, it can be very misconstrued or misinterpreted. It can come off as being very critical in some sort of way, okay? Now, there is an orchestration here, and this has to do with very tight contractual sort of karmas, okay? Meaning that the binding sort of Gandanta, okay, the Gandanta or the karmic knot is quite strong here in the energy of Purva Bhadrapada as well. Um, the Baphomet figure here, the horned sort of Baphomet figure. So with this, there is a structure that both of you are mirroring. It's something that both of you want. It has to do with emotional detachment and a feeling of society as opposed to individuality. Okay. So the individual nature here is detached in order to sustain what exactly? The irony here, um, you know, it it's very strange. I mean, this is just a Gemini reading, but it's getting very intense. I don't know why, but it is. Um, it's that the irony is that even with distance, even with distance, there still is a very tight sort of hold. Okay. Um, kind of stagnant energy in this knowing, in this knowledge, okay, that is secret in nature. Perhaps you've been keeping secrets from this person. Perhaps even if you were to peddle off sort of some form of truth that comes in an emotional sort of responsibility, there would be difficulty in actually for them to accept it. They would come to you for questions, I think, or answers rather. One or the other, and you would be able to give that to them, but through a critical tongue, and that kind of advice might fall on deaf ears. Okay, so the trick is to embrace Saturn in this. Okay, Saturn is all about limitation through time, and this will give you a sense of structure, also structure of the self. There's a lot of karma, and this is a very dark reading. A lot of karma that is based on clairvoyance and clairaudience, especially, to be able to hear and to listen to something. Shravana's energy is very strong here. Okay, Shravana is a nakshatra based on the ears. Okay, the ability to hear what is unhearable is the trick here. Okay, so a lot of information comes from the heavens. You are informed by the heavens how this is very much a karmic tie. Okay. At this point, we can go ahead and not assume, but seek out the opposite of Capricorn energy, which is in Cancer, Eight of Cups. Okay, so with this, there is a moving. What is suggested here is that this person produces the Two of Cups after cycles of emotional realization. But it's something that you do not want. There's something very hypercritical about this, even though this serve as a type of inspirational sort of stepping stone for this person. Um, I I just I don't understand their motivations when it comes to the drive and the ambition that they have that is on a creative force, on an emotional force, on an inner world that wants to come out and produce something. Um, so clear judgment is required here. We have a doubling of 4 to 8 here. We have also the need to find a lot of structure on one end, and for you, the need to hold secrets and then to be able to talk about certain things, but not through to convey a message through action as opposed to action and example, to be an exemplar. Okay. So there's something about the distance of this that makes the heart grow fonder or makes the connection actually quite stronger. And there's a lot of mental energy that brings up a sense of hope by expedition, by traveling, by letters. Okay, the ability to essentially come up with a very subjective view on one end and to produce some form of text, some form of um, a spell. Okay, a spell, and that comes through letter. That comes through the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Something about Mercury's energy is doubling up in order to create synthesis, to create oneness. And you have to be careful because there are things about this person that is very good at words. They want to become good at words. There's something about you that is letting go of quite a great deal of expectation. Okay, and that's a good thing, but at the same time, there is a hopeless quality to it. Um, but what is emerging is, ironically, even more distance that gives a sense of hope. It's very strange. Very strange. So, what I'm seeing here is the need to find balance with another on one end. And this is the tricky part of what connects you with this person. One of the challenges is essentially to find fertility within this connection, also to maintain fertility or the idea of procreative tendencies or procreative urges to be balanced out with grace, okay, grace of the highest order, and to be stabilized in some sort of way. Here, there's also a need for stabilization on their end. They have trouble living in the present, or if they are, there's a lot that they embody on a psychosomatic level that represents a great deal of either boredom of these patterns, these emotional patterns, or perhaps they are searching for a sense of closure. But I'm seeing here a lot of uh, untouched energy here. Untouchable. They seem like an untouchable of some sort. Excuse me. As far as the advice goes, there might be a surprising way to find amity or friendship in this situation, okay, in the future, in the very near future. So there's a possibility to make a very friendly sort of gesture. Okay, that is what I see. Please take care now. Bye bye.